Hello and welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be opening my second Secrets of Strixhaven Play Booster box. I will be doing pricing this time, so anything over $2 will show up on screen. There aren't many rares that are over $2. I think there's 3 or 4. And then every mythic currently is over $2, so that's cool, I guess. Then obviously there's the mystical archives as well, but if this box is anywhere close to like the last box, I only managed to get 2 rares and 1 mythic. Granted, the mythic was a vampiric tutor, so I won't complain about that, but hopefully I can get a few more than just that. But if that's all you can get in a play booster box, then so be it, I guess. So let's just get into it. Since this is a English play booster, can't get any of the cool alternate Japanese art cards, which is what really increases the value on the mystical archives. But we got a special guest card right in the first pack. We got Archmage Emeritus. Pretty cool. Not too sure how valuable the special guests were. Kind of forgot to look them up, but still cool to see. There is one uncommon that is worth, I think, $3, and that's the Flow State card. We got Resonating Loot, which is one of the better rares you can get. Not insanely valuable, but it is pretty cool. And then we got the best non-mystical archive mythic of the set. We got the Emeritus of Woe. The reason why this is so good is it is a 4-mana 5/4, enters prepared. Then at the beginning of your end step, if 2 or more creatures died this turn, this creature becomes prepared again. And it has Demonic Tutor on it, which, if you don't know, is a 2-mana sorcery with search your library for a card, put that card into your hand, and shuffle. So yeah, that's pretty cool. So it's the best mythic of the main set, so pretty cool. We got Repel Calamity, Mystic Archive uncommon. Seize the Spoils. Didn't know that got a reprint. And a Borderless Forest, not a mountain. So yeah, this box is starting off pretty good. Getting the best main set mythic in here. I think the Borderless Witherbloom might be worth a little bit more, but besides full arts or extended arts, that's the best one you can get, so definitely won't complain about that. Yeah, so got Confronting Council, so rare. And we got Spell Pierce from the Mystical Archive, uncommon. So they have, I know it's been a week since it's happened, but they did at, I think, what, Magicon Vegas, or one of the Magicons, I'm not too sure which ones, but they revealed a few cards from the next few sets, from Marvel, from the Hobbit set, and from Reality Fracture. Got Moment of Reckoning. Rare. Then we got an Abrade. Pretty cool artwork. Even the normal mystical archives have some really cool artwork, even though they're not the Japanese artwork. But yeah, there weren't too many cards showed off from any of those sets, but from the Marvel one, they showed off a lot of Vision cards because they had the actor that plays Vision in the MCU at Magicon, so that was pretty cool. They showed off the Mind Stone, which is another, there we go, the best uncommon of the set, which is like $3, I think. We got Flow State, which I think when I read this last time, I was wrong, but it has it to where you look at the top 3 cards of your library, put one of them into your hand and the rest on the bottom of your library in any order. Then if there's an instant and or sorcery in your graveyard, you put 2 of them into your hand instead and the rest on the bottom. So really good. Can be a 2 mana kind of draw 2. Not really drawing 2 because you're putting them straight into your hand. So a little bit better than drawing. But yeah, we got Dream Root, Cascade. I'll still put it up top, even though this land cycle, the only ones that are over $2 are the borderless ones. So, and not even all of them. I'll still put it up top though, because it is a land. Then we got Giant Growth, uncommon. Yeah, they did show off the Mind Stone, which, just like the Soul Stone, it has it to where it's a 2 mana rock that's indestructible, that taps for white, and has it to where when you harness it, I think it's 6 mana and you tap it, and you have it to where on your end step every turn you get to blink a creature, so you exile it and then return it to the battlefield, a creature you control. So we got Informed Inkwright is a rare. And we got Bulk Up, it's uncommon. So pretty cool. Then they showed off a few cards from the Hobbit set, which the Hobbit set is going to be another smaller set, which can't be too disappointing because unlike Spider-Man, they're not going to be shoving cards in there trying to make the set a little bit bigger. So hopefully there won't be a bunch of duplicates of the same character. We got Jed Seeds, Dolward of Fate. I don't know how to pronounce that. It's a rare. Then we got a Mythic. Alright, not too bad. Not nearly as good as the last Mythic I got in Mystical Archive, but still a Cyclonic Wraith. Really good. If I'm not mistaken, I'm pretty sure this also got bumped up from a rare to a Mythic. If I'm not mistaken. Pretty sure. So, really good card, so I'm not going to complain about that being my Mythic from the bonus sheet, Mystical Archive. Could be another one in here. I doubt it, but who knows. I won't doubt that we'll have like Bilbo and there'll be like an uncommon, a common, and then rare, mythic. That could happen. But I know they did show off a mythic version of him, and it's blue and makes it to where instant sorceries and artifacts you cast from anywhere other than your hand cost 1 less to cast. We got Amplified Geometry, it's a rare. We got Knockout Maneuver, really cool looking artwork there. I might be mistaken on that. I can't really remember exactly his text because it's been a while since I've seen the card. I know it does seem pretty good. Then he does something else I can't really remember. But yeah, so pretty cool there because big fan of the Hobbit and Lord of the Rings. So, and they have showed off some really cool like book showcase artwork. We got Vicious Rivalry, it's a rare, then a Deduce. Yeah, some really cool like book cover artwork. I'll throw up just an image of what one looks like, I guess, right now. So just to show you how cool they look, because they do look really cool. And then let's see, we got Wisdom of Ages, so rare. And we got an Informed Inkwright again. Then we got Zombify, pretty cool. They didn't really show off too many cards from Reality Fracture. They only really showed off confirming that the blue Chandra that was leaked is in fact a real card. So that's definitely pretty interesting, seeing Chandra be blue instead of red. Essentially, yeah. Got a rare. We got the Magma Blood Archaic in the Field Notes, or the Field Guide Artwork, pretty cool. Love the artwork there. Then we got Hop to It, uncommon. Let's see. Yeah. So essentially the entire set, Jace, which is like the villain of the set, has it to where he's made an alternate reality, which there's alternate versions of these characters that we know. So there's alternate Liliana, Ajani, Garrick, Chandra, Frasca. I think that's all of them. Got Mizo, Fane's Nudine. Pretty cool card. Then we got Dismember, one of the few rares that is over $2 in the normal artwork from Mystical Archive. So I'll put it up top. I'll just put the lands down here since it's not really worth much. So yeah, I'm definitely excited for that set. Obviously, there's going to be quite a few Planeswalkers in it because there'll be the main version from our universe and then a version from his universe. And they did confirm that I think every pack you open will have a character from our universe and then a character from their universe, the same character, just, you know, flipped or whatever. So definitely interesting to see. So if you get the red Chandra from our universe, you also get the blue Chandra in the same pack, if I'm not mistaken. I think that's how that works. We got Suspend Aggression, so rare, and Stargazing, so uncommon. And then Dina's Guidance is a foil rare. I think that's how that works. Granted, that'd be 2 mythics in the same pack, so that'd be pretty cool to see. So if I'm not mistaken, that's how that works. Might be wrong, but that's how I interpreted it from watching the video that I watched. Then I think also a part of that set is supposed to be a really big Hexhaven, which is essentially Strixhaven, but it's the other colors that aren't any of the schools from the set. So yeah, definitely interesting. We got the Cauldron of Essence. I know this is another good card. I can't remember if the base art is over $2, but I'll put it up top just in case. And then we got Return the Favor. It's uncommon. And a Borderless Swamp. So definitely looking forward to Reality Fracture. It's definitely the like non-Universes Beyond set that I'm most looking forward to this year. But yeah. It definitely looks really interesting. The story for it seems interesting, so yeah. We got the Antiquities on the Loose, so rare. We got an uncommon. We got Bitter Triumph. Pretty cool artwork. No foil common. So yeah. What is there to talk about now? Got Vastland Scavenger, so rare. Then we got Stock Up, uncommon from the bonus sheet. Then we got Burst Lightning and foil. Let's see. I still have another Play Booster box and another collector box to open. I think, like I said, every other week is when I'll upload, so 2 weeks from now I'll do the collector box video. We got Slumbering Trudge, is our rare. Then we got a mythic. Not really the best paradigm spell that you can get, but still pretty cool to see. We got the Echo Casting Symbolism and the field notes artwork, so pretty cool. Like I was saying, this is not the best paradigm one. The best paradigm is the red one, But this one has it to where target player creates a token that's a copy of target creature you control. And then with Paradigm, essentially the first time you cast it, you exile it. And then on your first main phase, you can cast it again every turn after that. So pretty cool. Definitely not the best one you can get, but I think it's actually the worst one. Still cool to see though. Yeah, and then I'll have the last play booster box will be after that, another 2 weeks, and at that point I think the Marvel superhero set should be the week after that, so definitely will be talking about the cards that they reveal then. So we got Germination, Practicum, I still don't know how to say that, but this is the green Paradigm spell. Still not one of the best ones, but still pretty cool to see. It's not in the borderless, but still cool. Then we got Duty Beyond Death. So yeah, I'm looking forward to the rest of the sets of the year, except for Star Trek, because I'm not a fan of Star Trek, and it will probably be the first set in since, I guess, I don't even know. March of the Machine that I'm gonna skip out on. So we got the Sky Coach Conductor, so rare. We got a Shared Roots. So yeah, I don't really plan on buying any of the Star Trek cards. Not a fan of it, so yeah. Everything else though, I will be buying some of because I'm a fan of everything else. I'm a big fan of Marvel and big fan of The Hobbit, so definitely looking forward to those. We got the Choreographed Sparks, so rare. Then we got the Storm Carved Coast, it's another rare. It's one of the lands. And then we got Preordain. Pretty cool. I got this card in the Japanese Silver Scroll in my last collector box, so pretty cool artwork there, even though it is just normal artwork. Put it up top. I don't think that's really worth much, because if I'm not mistaken, that card is a common usually that got upshifted all the way up to a rare. So yeah, that's something that I find a little disappointing, how many cards that were upshifted from uncommon and common all the way up to rare. A bit ridiculous, especially with so many rare instants there are, and sorceries they choose to upshift so many, but they're still good cards. So we got the Molten Core Maestro. Don't think this is over $2, but it is a cool card, so I'm gonna put it up top. Definitely can do a lot of damage if not answered quickly. We got Disdainful Stroke, uncommon. So with the Cyclonic Rift, Dismember, and Preordain, that will probably be the only rares and mythic that I get from the Mystical Archive. Which is pretty disappointing, only seeing 3 non-uncommons from a play booster box, but that's the case. Oh well, I guess. Got Slumbering Trudge. We got Burst Lightning. We got a mythic. We got Prismari, the Inspiration. Yeah. Pretty cool. In foil. So we got a foil mythic. This guy, he has flying and then ward, pay 5 life, which isn't much of a ward cost if you're playing Commander. It is a 7 mana 7/7, and then instants and sorceries you cast have Storm, so they copy themselves for each other spell that you've cast in the turn. So still pretty powerful, but actually having him stick around for a turn or two probably won't really happen unless you have some protection to protect them. But yeah, definitely not one of the best dragons in the set, but still pretty cool. I find it funny because Witherbloom, the balancer, is probably the most unbalanced one. So we got Fix What's Broken, which is a card a lot of people think people are sleeping on because it does seem pretty good. So 4 mana. It's an additional cost to cast this spell. You pay X life, and then you return each artifact and creature card with mana value X from your graveyard to the battlefield. So can do some cool stuff with cards that cost the same, but yeah. Got Helping Hand, uncommon. Don't know. Got Prismari, the Inspiration, again, this time not in foil. I guess that's cool. Not really the duplication I wanted to see, but we got Feed the Swarm. I don't really like seeing duplication in play booster boxes, especially in a set that is, you know, a normal sized Magic set and not a small set, so bit disappointing seeing a duplicate of Prismari. If I was one of the other dragons, I might be a little bit more excited, but still cool. It is a mythic, so we got Sundown Pass, so land rare. There we go. We got the Improvised Capstone. This is the best Paradigm spell currently, I think. Yeah, just pretty powerful. It's 7 mana, but you exile cards from the top of your library until you exile cards with total mana value 4 or greater. So you can if you get lucky, and then you can cast any number of them from among them without paying their mana cost, and then it has Paradigm, so each turn you can keep playing it and keep doing it. So if you get lucky, you can exile something that's like 1 mana, and then 2 mana, and then exile something that's 7 mana. And that could be for anything, permanents, instants, sorceries, just whatever. And yeah, so you could get really lucky, or you could just hit two drops or 1/4 drop, but definitely can put in some work if you get lucky. So definitely a really cool card. We got Royal Treatment, uncommon, Silver Quill Charm. So definitely a pretty good card if you get lucky. So we've gotten 3 of the Paradigm spells in one box. Pretty cool. Got a rare. We got Scheming Silver Tongue. Rare. Got Sleight of Hands, an uncommon. Got a Borderless Island. There's 4 more packs after this one. Got Mind into Matter, rare, pretty cool rare. And we got another rare. We got from the Mystical Archive. We got Fracture, pretty cool artwork on the card. Got Mockery, just a common and foil. So we did get an extra rare in this box, so that's pretty cool from the Mystical Archive. Use Seeker, Ink Shape, Demonstrator, Old Growth. Rare, we got the Maelstrom Artisan. We got uncommon, Locust Spray. And we got Together as One, a foil rare. Abstract Paint Mage, Sundering Archaic, Destruction Practice, Dissection Practice. We got Joined Researchers, so rare. And we got Return the Favor. One more pack after this. Wither Bloom Charm. Group Project. Spectacular Whale. We got Dina's Guidance. Not in foil this time. We got Stargaze. We got this person. Then a foil Borderless Mountain. This is the last pack. Got Emil. This guy. Got a rare. We got Planar Engineering. Another cool rare for the landfall decks out there. Got Pick Your Poison. And then we got Dig Site Inventory as a foil common. Was this box good? It wasn't terrible. It's definitely worse mythics you can get. There's definitely better mythics, but not going to complain about getting a Cyclonic Rift. That is definitely one of the better mythics you can get from the Mystical Archives. Then we did get a special guest again. Not too sure how good that card is. It seems pretty decent. So then we did get the best mythic of the set besides special treatments. We got the Emeritus of Woe, so pretty cool. We got 6 main set mythics, a mythic from Mystical Archive, and special guest. We did get 3 of the Paradigm spells and then 2 Prismaris. Not the best dragon, but hey. We did get 1 Flow State. Pretty cool. And then we did get 3 rares from Mystical Archive. So we got 1 extra rare than our last box. None of which are incredibly good. Dismembers barely over $2, I think. So, but like I said, these aren't going to be crazy valuable since they're not Japanese alternates, and they can't be because I didn't buy Japanese boxes. Did get 2 of the rares over $2. There's not many. The best one you can get is a Road, and then the next best one is Flashback, I think. So yeah, still pretty happy with this box. Not the best, but still not terrible. Could have been worse, so not gonna complain too much. So yeah. The next video I will be uploading will be another collector box, so if you're looking forward to that, consider subscribing. But if you enjoyed the video, consider leaving a like. But other than that, thanks for watching and hope to see you next time.